Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Dead Souls. He said it wrong, or did he? Dead Cells is like one of the few, it's not even really a Dark Souls clone. The story is presented in a Soulsian manner, but the game itself is just a beautiful, wonderful, action platforming, not even really that much Castlevania, but kind of Vania-esque rogue-lite action, and I just love it. What do we want early? Well, we do have 2 levels of survival on the amulet, and it's a pretty much perfect amulet. Extra jump and projectile damage reduction is essentially exactly what I want. I look at Hokuto's bow and the grenade and the spin to win, and I think that we could easily make this a survival run off of that alone. There is a Yumi's bow, which we could use for the early game until we get other weapons, and then of course the toothpick, which maybe we could utilize as well. So why don't we go toothpick route? And we'll try to roll a survival run. I'm pretty sure the last couple of runs we've done have been survival followed by sorry, I thought it just like, this is such a slow ass weapon. Past couple of runs have been brutality and tactics. So I'm noticing something immediately with the toothpick. First of all, it's insanely slow. But I can't remember if it was last run. Recently we had a run that was the Alucard's sword, and it was the first time I really tried to use Alucard's sword at all. And one thing I noticed about Alucard's sword is that while you are queuing up the attack, yeah, I will definitely do this. While you're queuing up the attack, you can't change the direction of the attack. So if you teleport and then you want to turn around to hit the enemy behind you, you can't do that. You're forced to attack in the one direction. With the toothpick, I can change the direction of this thing up until the final moment, which is really weird for me. I guess it's not weird in the sense that it's a weird mechanic. It's weird that they would allow it so straightforwardly for this weapon, but they very explicitly disallowed that for Alucard's sword, and I wonder why. Like, why make it so that the toothpick you can change the directions on, but when you're literally teleporting around almost out of control, you can't turn around to hit an enemy behind you? It seems just a little bit, I don't know, inconsistent, awkward. Okay, well, you know what? Screw you. Unnecessary. We had the Alucard set. Yesterday we did have the sword and the shield, and I don't know what the heck is going on with the sword and shield combo, but it actually felt even worse than just using the sword on its own. For some reason, using the sword and shield, it's like, hey, do you like parrying and then not being able to move for like a whole second? Because that was annoying. But yeah, why make it so that the Alucard's sword can't turn around in the middle of winding up the combo, but then the toothpick can? I guess, you know, the obvious reason is toothpick is heavy and slow. Alucard's freaking sword is pretty slow as well. Well, it can be slow. But in particular, when you're teleporting and you're facing the wrong direction because you teleport and then turn around during the teleport, you're like, ah, crap. This is not the direction I wanted to attack in. Makes me wonder, like, if there's a specific reason for that, or maybe it's just an oversight. Like, maybe they never enabled the Boolean value on the sword can turn before attacking. Maybe it's just a complete accident, which would make a lot more sense. Hey, Segus Jr., welcome. How are you doing today? I'm looking. It does not look like Segus is playing anything on Steam right now. Disappointed. I don't know why I'm disappointed that you're not playing something, but I don't know, I just always like to say hi. To say Abe is watching you. Tiny says the lantern is fun. Yeah, we had the opportunity to take the ferryman's lantern. I've been thinking about that weapon recently. Speaking of, recently we had an opportunity to take it when it was legendary, and I chose not to. If it shows up and it's legendary, maybe I'll actually do that today. Jackman says, I sent that yesterday, you responded with Xena. Disappointed! My understanding of that joke is that people say that Kevin Sorbo, aka Hercules, misread the stage direction. The stage direction said, say it in a disappointing manner, and he said disappointing, not realizing it was just like a direction for the character. My understanding, though, is that that's incorrect, and that it's just a reference to a fish called Wanda, I think? Okay, I'm gonna switch to the shovel. I like the shovel more than the toothpick. But regardless, it's hilarious. Scarecrow, sickle, one day maybe I will learn how to use those, but that will probably never happen. You know, there's some items in the game that I'm just not gonna like, and I'm gonna complain about, and I'll be like, oh, game screws me. And you know what? It's my stream. I can say whatever the hell I want. And if you don't like it, you can start your own stream with blackjack and hookers. You know what? Forget the blackjack. Where are we going? I don't want to go to Castlevania level, so I'm gonna go. I guess sewers. It's been a while, right? Feel like we haven't done the sewers in quite some time. Yeah, at the very least, with the snake fangs, any teleportation that happens with those is fast, and you're not really like locked into animation cycles. The Alucard Sword and Shield is too much animation lock for me. It's a pretty decent weapon, though. I will grant you that, and it actually does seem better than I give it credit for previously. It was doing a lot of damage, but... Oh, I love coffee. Gonna have to get some more later. I really like the shovel as a weapon. It has a wide swing to it. Can hit enemies above you very easily, knocks enemies around, kind of staggers them every once in a while. Hits bombs away, which is kind of fun sometimes. It's a good weapon. News of the day, Twitter is getting renamed to X. Now you can say, X gonna give it to you. Hold up. Elon Musk claims Twitter will soon be renamed X. Oh, it's so edgy. Oh, man. Whew. Never even heard of something so edgy before. Oh, man. Oh, my God. It's just... my favorite thing about the whole Twitter fiasco, I've never seriously used Twitter, so I'm not a player one way or another. But my favorite thing about the whole damn thing is just how much you start to realize how little billionaires actually know. they don't, you start to realize just how much of an idiot they all are. That and the whole, submarine thing. Ah, you got me. It really does throw the whole... They know what they're doing just completely out the window. But oh my god, I didn't hear that, Connie. I didn't hear that it was gonna get renamed to X. And X is indeed gonna give it to you. You got the domain x.com? I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not realize you could have a single letter domain name. I thought there was like a 3-letter limit. Although I might be thinking of TLDs. I don't know, it's been a while since I've had to do any like serious web programming, so. I'm sure we've all been there in the past at some point, having to develop some sort of like email validation system, and you're like, well, there's only a limited number of TLDs, so surely we can just create like a giant regular expression to handle those. And then you think about it and you're like, nah. I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. If you're a web developer or you like web, don't build like some sort of regex for handling domain validation, okay? Here's what you do. Make people type in an email address, send a confirmation email, and if it bounces, you know it's not real. That's it. That's all you have to do. You do that, and you're good. Just make sure there's an @ sign in there, and that's it. You'd be surprised what actually makes a valid email address. Pluses, periods, quotation marks. Those are all valid. I remember once in the past, I pre-ordered some tickets for a local movie theater, and it was a chain movie theater. I think it was like Cinemark or something, because you know they own all the movie theaters in the world pretty much. And get out of the poison. And I remember, I went to the like, okay, enter your email address so you can get confirmation for the tickets, and I put in my email address, and it had just like a symbol in it. I think it was just like a period, and it wasn't anything special. And it crashed their web browser, like not their web browser, it crashed their like server, their back end, and I just got like a server error 500 error page or whatever the hell it was. And then when I went back and I bought the tickets again, they charged me twice. When I got to the theater, I had twice as many tickets waiting for me, and I'm like, hey, your website crashed, so I ordered twice as many tickets. Can I get a refund? Just send the confirmation email and let that handle it for you, okay? Whatever. Hit me, come on, stop trying to... You've all heard it before. Tonic! Health is bonus health, reduces damage taken for 9 seconds. Let's not go syringe route. Let's, you know, equip the tonic, at least until we want to, like, dump it later. Where are we going? Where are we going? We still have a lot to do. Dusker, welcome. Same thing happened to me a few months ago in a theater. Abe out here discovering late-stage capitalism. Dun dun dun, Tree Jam, welcome. And Zyomkin, hello as well. Just, I'm departing, or imparting some of my, you know, wisdom to those who will accept it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it lasts for 9 seconds and it has a 30 freaking second long cooldown. Oh my god. I mean, this is actually pretty good. Burn the ground. 2 extra jumps. I'm loving the run so far. I love a solid survival run, and this is super solid. We have 2 bonus scrolls in 2 floors. That's an exceptional start. Esker says back to lurking. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you said hi. Lurk away. Lurk away. Where are we going? Whoops. There we go. What do we got? What do we got? Hello. This is our prison exit. We'll do that in just a second. Yeah, I love getting like a solid survival run like this, where I've got a good feeling about the run. It seems fun right now, but really that's just because we have one of the solid survival weapons. I haven't even touched this in a while. And all we need is just a couple of more good pieces of survival loot or legendary randomness, and we are, baby, we got a stew going. Mr. Solu, welcome. How you doing? You're very close to being Mr. Sulu. Mr. Sulu, engage. I don't know. So I'm gonna stop that immediately. It's not a day for oh, it's scissors. Not a day for Abe's bad voice attempts here. Look at this. We got some free scissors, man, and it's more damage than the shovel. I'm gonna get rid of the Yumi. Oh, this is not how we leave. I'm gonna get rid of the Yumi, because it's wrong color. Come on, thank you. But I like the scissors. It's a very fun weapon. And I like the shovel too, so I'm gonna keep it. Although I don't know when I would ever use the shovel over the scissors, considering the scissors do deal about, I don't know, like 30% more DPS. By the way, how are you doing, Disp? What's going on? All right, prison it is. Was there anything we wanted at the shop? You know what, there was a teleporter, just didn't show up on the map. Because there's a teleporter right here, I'm gonna take a quick little look. Because I didn't check out the shop. I was really kind of hoping that it was gonna be a skill shop. I'm also not gonna take the, oh, it's a quad damage iron staff. We can, we'll hold it. We'll hold it. We'll hold it. You said. I know what I said, and I choose to ignore it. The game never wants you to use other weapons. I mean, we had a run, I forget exactly when it was, recently. We had a recent run where I did roll a quad damage war spear, or whatever it was. And we ran it for a long time, and it was amazing and a lot of fun. And it did a lot of damage. But can't we just keep this in the backpack and then take the backpack Porcupack, and then it just does a lot of damage when I roll through enemies? It'll kill things in like one hit. Gotta try it. I mean, if I get the quad damage with no downside, I have to. Although, it was suggested the other day that maybe things in your backpack don't get the full value of their weapon abilities. So maybe it's not actually gonna do quad damage in the backpack, which is fair. It is fair. I think I'm gonna get rid of the shovel too. I don't think we're ever gonna need it over the sewing scissors, and the greed shield will allow us to actually have a shield too. So this will be interesting. I don't know why you're not coming over here. Thank you. Gotta watch out for these bombs for a second. That shield that we get whenever we hit something with this weapon is exceptionally important, because without that, dude, we wiped him. Without that, we would find ourselves in positions where we might be getting hit by an enemy. Oh my god, it wipes him in one hit. We might find ourselves in a position where we're getting killed by an enemy just because we are locked into the animation of getting hit. So that did 2,200 damage rolling through the enemy, and the scissors does 1,100 to 2,000. So that seems pretty decent right now. And I'm going unnecessarily fast. So here's my thinking. Okay, that did not work as well as I thought it would. Oh, you know, he was being shielded. Yeah, they're being shielded, so they are not taking that much damage. I do see this. It's also a boomerang, which is goddamn incredible. Get rid of that greed shield. Yeah, you don't actually take the extra damage when something's in your backpack. So because we have the quad damage iron staff in the backpack, nothing happens with it. It seems like we are getting that quad damage because it's doing a lot, but no downside. Actually, let me look. 6719 DPS. I think we are getting quad damage out of it because it attacks relatively quickly. Yeah, I kind of want the root grenade, although the cat is also, a cat is fine too. We'll take the cat. Yeah, so I think we are getting the quad damage out of it. Otherwise, the damage would be a little bit too high, I think. I'm also curious if the iron staff goes through shields because I rolled through that enemy and then he died. So that was kind of interesting. I see you. Ransan, welcome. Streamer, give a short review of the sewing scissors. These sewing scissors have it all. Thank you. The ability to instantly kill enemies. High damage, great range. Thank you for the food. Had a bit of a classic Dead Cells moment right there where I tried to go down and I wasn't able to actually go down. Hey, you. Scissors is, it has a kind of an interesting game style to it where you want to engage a couple of enemies at the same time, weak enemies mixed with strong enemies, because if the scissors kills a weak enemy, it will instantly kill any stronger enemy that it hits at the same time. And that's a fun little gameplay right there. New quad damage feature caused stack overflow to go through shields. And because it's in our backpack, that staff is doing a pretty good job right now. Let's get our bonus scroll. 3 for 3. I love it. Haven't been using the new weapons much. I really like the scissors. I think they're exceptional. I don't like the comb. I think the comb is garbage. I don't get the comb. Well, I get the comb. I just don't think it's any good. I will say, I'm very happy to get the boomerang as our legendary. Normally, I'm not a big fan of early legendaries, but a boomerang, that's something that I can just hold for the whole run and just like use it as an extra projectile damage. You know, I don't have to specifically use only the boomerang. I don't have to build around it, right? I can just use it as a weapon. I think it's solid. 700 DPS for 4 seconds, roots nearby enemies, 16-second recharge, 20-second recharge cluster grenade, roots the enemies, that gets more damage than rooted enemies. I think I will buy the root grenade. We do have a little bit of a synergy with the root grenade and then the boomerangs, in theory. Dun 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 dun. And we're out. Should probably heal. But what's the fun in that? And in theory, if we really wanted to, on a boss fight, we could just pull out the iron staff and like try to kill the Watcher. We can parry the boss, and then it's gonna be doing 10 times the DPS of the sewing scissors, so like that's fun. We just need to, well, we just need to be exceptionally careful. I like the idea of keeping it in the backpack right now. What do we need for our other mutation? Probably gastronomy or necromancy. Those are always fun. The damage bonus you get from gastronomy I think is actually pretty damn decent because you can just stack up bonuses before your boss fight. And what's the number one thing that you want in Dead Cells? Fun. The number two thing is damage, because it kind of synergizes with the number one thing. The stronger you are, the better you feel. Look at that range, man. Now, I did immediately eat the food. That was a mistake. You know, I'll be fair. I can acknowledge when my mistakes happen. Knock it off. Hold on. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Nothing. Keep forgetting they buffed Necro. Well, there was necromancy, and then they were going to nerf it, and then they didn't nerf it, I think. So necromancy is like still good. I rolled necromancy the other day. In one floor, I pretty much healed 50% just passively, just by killing enemies. It's a solid take. Okay, give me a second, you flyboys. Get rid of that. Who needs a shield if you just, you know, never get hit? Come on, kitty cat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah, the combo kill is just so satisfying to do with the scissors. I never used it because of that heal cap, says Ransan. Yeah, I think they changed it in a very smart way, which is that it scales with your health. So it's better when you're on lower health and it's worse when you're on high health. And I think that's totally fine and fair. Because otherwise there was no reason to take that over something like astronomy or, you know, heal on parries. You know, just take the thing that gives you the most healing regardless of any conditions applied to it. That cat is freaking out, man! I see you have a dedicated recycle button. A dedicated recycle button? Is that a joke on how fast I recycle things? Because it's not a dedicated recycle button, but I do kind of treat it as a dedicated recycle button. But also, I don't really care about a lot of this garbage. I just gotta remember not to eat the food before I, you know, finish off the floor. I was a little low on health, so. Oh. Gotcha. Careful. Symmetrical lance. Ooh, not gonna take it, but now that's something We might want to consider, well, we could if we really wanted to. We could go Wish, take Symmetrical Lance, make it quad damage for free, completely break the game, and that would be a lot of fun. Wouldn't actually completely break the game, it would just be cool. Thank you, kitty. Connie says, ooh, and apparently Overwatch 2 is coming to Steam. Hey, you can play Overwatch 1.5 on Steam. I will never not be amused at the brazenness of, who is it, Blizzard? The brazenness of Blizzard to make an Overwatch 2 for the sole reason that they can change the monetization principles and practices without going back on previous marketing, which was the entire reason why they did that. I will never not be amused by that. Malaise measured and steady. Malaise about to break. All right, this is just scroll corridor here. I love it. Hold on. Dun, dun, dun. Freaking 2. Malaise cleared. 2 scrolls and 2 fragments within like the same screen. Must be my lucky day. So many scrolls, what? BC5. I forget exactly how the boss cell levels increase or decrease the number of scrolls you get. Sure, you get scroll fragments at the higher levels, but I forget how it actually affects the scroll count itself. Ding. Connie says, I like how it was marketed with the new and shiny PvE mode, which first got cut and then will be implemented as a viable skeleton of its advertised self. That in particular, it's like, we have to make it Overwatch 2 because we're putting in PvE story mode, and then it was launched without PvE story mode. Did I really not pick up any keys? That's kind of funny. Only 1 dropped, so I gotta like backtrack to fight the remaining enemies just to find the damn keys. I know what BC5 is, I'm just surprised they spawn so close together. I mean, so am I. I thought he died. Hold on, I have to try something. If only that was an attack on the upward swing, because unfortunately it's not. That'll make Lemon happy that I'm trying to break other weapons. Man, we missed both shops on the way up too. Good lord. And 2 scroll fragments and a scroll. My god, there's so much to do. So much to see, so much to do. Nope. I don't know what I'm looking for. Let's see. Boy's Axe. 16,000 DPS on the War Spear, what? I gotta admit, it is tempting to go Boy's Axe. We could do like a ranged survival build. Hey Quark, happy Sunday. Everyone say hi, Quark. Hi, Quark. Let's go look at the other shop. We're gonna do some shopping on this level. Those are some big scissors. Just be careful not to run with them. Aw, boo! How many hours do you have in this game? Someone who is my Steam friend could probably look that up. It's probably like 500, maybe more, probably more. Oh, there's the second key. So that enemy there probably has the third key. Actually, there's one more enemy down there that could have the third key. I want to get the key because it is like, it's worth $1,000. Sometimes that money does matter as well. Mud says 621. Thank you, Mud. 600 hours. I was within the ballpark. There's this third one. That's what I meant to say. This third one. All right. That's a lot. Just don't ask how many hours I haven't entered the dungeon then. So there's one piece of food. We're gonna recycle that when we leave. We wanna check out the second shop. Let's see what we get here in survival skills. Mimic? Not a mimic. But we could upgrade the cat from level 8 to level 9. I don't think that's particularly worth it. It's almost the exact same as well. But like that's not enough of a DPS increase, I think, to make it worth it. I don't know what we would actually replace though. I like the root grenade, I like the cat. I mean, I like the boomerang. Boomerang should be pretty good against the tentacles, I think. Just throw them Did it hit the cat? I don't know. Just throw it before you walk backwards and then it'll just smack the tentacle a few times. The real question is, do I want to get like a boy's axe or something? It would be nice. It'll synergize with the boomerang. We could dump the sewing scissors. Are we gonna use iron staff for the fight? It does do 57,000 DPS, which is pretty damn good. So I will probably use this for the fight. In which case, I don't think we buy anything. I don't think we need to. Double damage scythe. Still not that good. Poison the enemy throwing axe. Scythe claw. One of these days we should try another scythe claw run. But no, I think we're just gonna get out of here. Din 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 din. Get the food. And just recycle. Whatever. Whatever. Sapphire. Dun, dun, dun. When did Evil Empire last update the game? Was it the Scissors and Comb update? Okay, so I mean, there was the Queen of the Sea DLC, Everyone's Here update, Castlevania, the Comb update, which I forget the name of that one, that added in Boss Rush as well. And I think they're working on the next update now. I mean, I imagine they are, just because this game has had a flippin' bajillion updates. So it makes sense that they're continuously updating the game. Dude, I would love to take an explosive crossbow, but we already have enough equipment that I don't think we need it. Being able to roll through those spike balls is a lifesaver. Yeah, I used to not be able to. Same thing with the saws. All right, so we have Iron Staff quad damage, a boomerang, the cat and the grenade, and the silver spoon. DLC was before Scissors? I don't remember. Look, when the game's on version like 2.7, I don't remember what update was what. Careful. Clunk. Just waiting for the, yeah, pretty much that. That was close. Trying to go a little slowly here. Boomerang's doing a very good job, actually. Look at that. That was exceptionally quick. And a lot of that wasn't even the iron staff. It was just 2 boomerangs, 75% damage on a rooted target, and then they just start smacking over and over again. Double damage barricade, huh? And I get a legendary symmetrical lance. I would take it at this point. I would. You know me, I would take it. All right, I'm gonna bet that we are going to get a legendary DVD screensaver. Oh, it's even better. Oh, it is even better. Oh my God. Would you look at that, you son of a gun, I'm in. Oh. Connie just says, God damn. Rare conjunct flawless. I hate trying to flawless the tentacle phase. I also hate trying to flawless the tentacle phase, but I focused 100% of my effort on dodging and it worked well. Rip scissors. You know me too well. We're gonna rip scissors on this one. Sorry, babies. Babies? I have to. Like, this is one of the strongest loadouts you can get in the entire freaking game. And then if I reroll Boomerang to have double damage on Burning Oil, we actually have all of our synergies kind of already set. So you know what? Freaking try it. There you go, boom, done. And it has bonus damage on rooted targets too. Sweet. Can you go flawless or does it award less than 150 gold? Can you go flawless or does it award less than 150 gold? I don't understand the question. Get quad on it. We could, but I do like that it leaves flames right now because it enables the synergies with other things. So, you know, that's a tricky proposition. Dude, why do I care about going to the freaking bank? No, I want to go to the weird floor. Sanctuary. Yeah, we don't need to go to the bank. I'd rather the bank be at the end. And from here, I mean, we could so easily take out the Guardian. I have to. On a run like this, where you can obliterate him in half a second, how can I not? We could also, like, obliterate Clock Boss. Jesus. Can you go endless, or does it award less than 150 gold? As long as it's one shot, one kill, you break even. Yeah, it feeds itself gold. Actually, I want to talk about the phrasing of this. Fires 150 gold, provides bonus gold, I meant to say, upon killing an enemy. If you kill 2 enemies, you get 300 gold. So it pays for itself and then some. So Money Shooter Piercing is freaking beautiful. It also has shots piercing on it already, which is kind of funny. That chest move? Yeah, so let's not worry about quad damage on the damn thing. It's gonna one-shot everything already. Let's also not worry about the bank, because I do kind of want to go to the Slumbering Sanctuary, and I kind of want to do the cavern afterwards, because we're going to be able to do it super easily. Or the Sepulcher even, and then we can just go Guardian, and Guardian's gonna be destroyed. This does seem, ranged like this tends to be pretty good against Clock Boss too, because you can just throw, and then it dies. So let's think about it while we do the Sepulcher. Yeah. When you change the clothes, there is a custom game option in Dead Cells that is randomized outfits. Every level, you can just have random outfits. And I like turning that on, because I think it's a lot of fun to have random outfits. Did it only give me a 75 gold? Yo, okay, so they nerfed the money shooter. It only gives you 75 gold on a kill. So you have to kill 2 enemies for it to pay for itself. That's important to know. It still is probably worth firing a lot, but not nearly as much now. I mean, we can also just, you know, use 1 boomerang to kill a single enemy if we really wanted to. When they do that. They must have done it on one of the previous patches, of course. I can understand them doing that, though, because now it is a little bit more tactical. You want to, and in fact, I'm just gonna X this. You want to make sure that you're actually hitting 2 enemies at the same time. Fair. Fair. Still worth using, and definitely worth using on tough enemies, elites, bosses. Because the last time I had the money shooter like this, it was specifically 150 to cast, 150 on a kill, on a single kill. And that was too strong. What is, look at how many freaking bats there are, Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's a little gold for salvation if you need it? Me, I'm an atheist. Random weapons. Well, we don't want it to be a boss. And by a boss, I mean a, not a boss, but one of those horrible guys. Mimics. Yeah, I mean, like, to be able to kill, like, 6 enemies at the same moment, that's solid. That's very solid. Whoa, it bounced off of him, that was weird. Is Wish normally worth taking if you don't have a good weapon, and if yes, when? I have not taken Wish in a long time. I believe that Wish is better later in your run. Because if you get a legendary weapon early and it's low level, you're not gonna have as much damage as you would later in the run. You know, a boomerang level 7 only has plus 250% damage. The money shooter level 9 has plus 283% damage, and it only gets more pronounced differences the further apart the levels are. So it's weird. If you get the legendary early, it's gonna make your run better, but then in the late game, you might just get rid of it because it's not good enough. So I think that it's better later. It's better before you go to a high level floor like the cavern or something, so you can get level 12 legendary gear, which would be awesome. And you need to know what the gear does, because not all legendaries are created equal. Like the legendary, infantry grenade puts oil on the enemy, and then the legendary powerful grenade is like quadruple area effect or whatever the hell it is. So like they're not created equal. You'd much rather have the better effect. And it might not be worth making it legendary. You know, making a legendary infantry grenade is almost pointless when you can get applies oil on literally any piece of equipment in the entire game. But then there's another asterisk, which is if you do take Wish, you can't pick anything up. I make that mistake all the time. I will take Wish, and then I'll pick up an item and be like, I want to just see how it works on my character for a minute. Oh crap, it was wished. I just wished for Firebrand. I mean, Firebrand Wish is actually pretty good. Lemon says legendary nail is the best. I don't use the nail. Yeah, I kind of realized I was off as I was falling. I haven't used the nail. Probably should. I do love being able to just fire off either the boomerang or the power Dude, they dodge! They're a freaking Dark Souls enemy. I like being able to fire anything and get a kill. I mean, I have a quad damage in my backpack, I have double boomerangs, I have something that one-shots everything. See ya. This is an exceptional run, and that's a great upgrade on the amulet. Extra stats for free. I should be maybe a little bit more slow going through the area because we've already had 3 bonus floor runes show up. So we've gotten a lot of scrolls, but I might be missing out on something. Game wants me to go to the sepulcher. I might do that. Let's go. Oh my god, I freaking hate the teleport system here. By the way, great survival build. Yeah, full of things that aren't survival. This is what I'm proud of, Lemon. Quad damage iron staff that does 133,332 DPS. That's solid. But I don't know if I'm ever gonna use it right now because the rest of my equipment is like equally good. There's something just about where am I going? This was the wrong level. There's just something about a good, strong survival build that just makes me like feel good. Oh my god. I'm gonna eat the food before we leave too. This is just silly. God, there need to be more teleporters. I know that's like the whole point of the level, but all right, let's see what we have. Maybe there's gonna be something that we want. Dun, 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 dun. Like a quad damage baseball bat or giant killer or something. I mean, plus 40% and double damage on burning oil symmetrical lance is pretty good. Most OP survival build, is it cheating if it involves Wish? I don't think that Wish is cheating. Wish is a mutation that you can't take because you've taken it to take Wish. You know? Wish is a strategic decision, I think. Hello. I do love one-shotting him. Now, we are possibly... Excuse me. Whoa! I saw that explosion a little bit too late. We're possibly losing a little bit of money over time by incorrect usage of our money shooter here. I'm here to tell you, don't care. It is good enough. We get enough money by killing things anyways, you know. Thank you. The enemies die, you're using it right. Well, you really do want to make sure you're actually getting a lot more cash than you're spending. Or using it to kill the really big annoying enemies, like birds in the caverns. All right, well, we're done. Anything left? We have sucked this floor dry. Dude, even the rolling through enemies, attacking them with the melee weapon in your backpack mutation has been pretty good, because we're one-shotting things by rolling through them, which is a lot of fun. It doesn't matter what we do to the enemy, they all die. Wish a legendary flint before the second boss, ice shards, ice armor. Well, you can only wish for one of them. Is ice shards any? Ice shards sucks. Why would you wish for ice shards? I had a legendary ice shards run in the past, and it was probably one of the dumbest, stupidest, least powerful, glitchiest, buggiest, dumbest runs. The ice shards can never hit an enemy more than once within a certain number of frames, so 1 out of 6 ice shards would actually hit an enemy, and it's just terrible. Let's go Sepulcher. Why even take ice shard though? Ice shard sucks. Legendary flint, I'll accept. And we actually had that the other day too. Because, I mean, if I see it, I'm gonna take it. Dun 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 dun. I just realized that Lemon showed up. Hi, Lemon. How come everyone knows Lemon? Is he like Twitch's #1 Dead Cells player? If you are, hi. I'm Twitch's #2 Dead Cells player. At least I hope. Should we start re-rolling the money shooter and looking for double damage or better on burning, anything like that? I kind of like that it's enabling the fire for everything else. The cat does more damage, the boomerang does more damage, and more damage on root. I don't think we need to change up the money shooter, it's perfect. I just know most of the regulars says Ransan. I do enjoy that people seem, oh god, I'm Santa. I do enjoy that people seem to like Dead Cells. It's a fun game and I like playing it. I'm a ghost that haunts this category. You are the annoying enemy, that freaking weirded warrior. Making it so that my freaking money shooter shot gets stopped. Yeah, where's the chest? I gotta find that. It's not gonna be up here, but we'll take a quick look. Lightning bolt. Here it is. Healing katana. No, that's healing hyperlight. Oh, thank you. Oh, should be enemies here or traps, one or the other. Let's get the cat out. Last time I was in this area too, I think I died, didn't I? Because of just me being a dummy with the light and my head. Let's try to not have that happen today. When streaming, I always forget I'm cursed. It is a really another ball game. Focus too much on the commentary, on the people. Hello. Oh. Oh my god, 28. I feel like the scroll distribution has also been pretty solid. Oh yeah, I also forgot that whenever we crit, we get jingle bells happening. Dong ding! If you get the rhythm right, it should play jingle bells. Like, not the item, the song. Bong bong bong, bong bong bong, bong 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 bong. Connie, have a good night. Enjoy, and if I don't see you next week, have a good time at your music festival. Take some pictures. Let me know how it goes. Sounds exciting. I do often get 4 or 3 rifts on each one, devs being generous. I will either get 3 rifts in a run or 0 rifts in a run. I rarely get 1 or 2, although I will also admit to not being the most observant and not playing... He's dead. Not playing with the show secrets option enabled, which makes it really hard for me to actually see anything. Which I should just do it. I should just play with that option on so I can see all the secrets and get the strongest runs possible, but what's the fun in that? Well, the fun in that is getting strong, I suppose. Just cheat and use the outlines. I should, but... And I keep saying that too, I keep waffling back and forth. It's more fun to find them on your own though. It feels a little bit more deserved. I was able to find this, therefore I deserve it, as opposed to, well, there's a +1 scrolls for me just sitting on the ground. I'm just now realizing too, going to the incentivized biome was 100% the correct idea here, because we're getting so much money that we can just spam the crap out of the money shooter whenever we want and be totally happy. Lesson and welcome. I hate this biome, but it's better than the distillery. Anything's better than distillery. Distillery sucks. Lemon says I love this biome. I'm actually personally a big fan of this biome. 99% of the time, the darkness is not a problem. It was a problem the last time I was here because I just literally had a brain fart. I completely forgot about the whole darkness mechanic. But as long as you're fast, it's a fun biome to play, and especially if you're on BC5, you're going fast anyways. You have to worry about the melees, and there's an incentive to go quickly, so I don't feel like I am at a disadvantage here. I kind of like the design and the layout of it. The enemies are very easy to fight, except for the jumpy boys. Everything here is fair. Lots of traps, but usually they're not a big deal. Lesna says I died too many times in the darkness. I would recommend just trying to go faster. I mean, that's obvious, but... yeah, like +3. Oh, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Better cat? Exact same cat. Spreads oil, spreads oil. 70 stun, 70 stun. Burning oil, burning oil. Victims burn when they die, victims freeze nearby enemies. I guess the current one is better because it has a plus 15% damage bonus, but it's not... Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. It's not actually displayed in the DPS numbers, but I think it's gonna be better. I don't know what I would pick up. What could I possibly get here? I'll look. All of my weapons are either legendary or quad damage for free, as long as it's in my backpack. Hey, double damage ice shard, there we go, now we're talking. Finally, an upgrade worth having. I guess a better staff that is also quad damage would be better. So yeah, we could go for a better quad damage staff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 enemies remaining. Good, because I was not paying attention to the chests. There could have been a bonus cursed chest on the floor. Luckily there isn't. I just got a quad kill on that one, so that's plus gold. We'll run it. I think there was a secret up there. Go up. Whatever. If you would ever get Medusa Head working, I wonder. Ziomkin, I don't like the Medusa Head. The Medusa Head is too slow to fire. It's not strong enough, I think. Kind of personal opinion on that one, but I just don't get it. It bounces around and it might stun enemies. Okay. You know what also might stun enemies? A flashbang. Replace might with will. Dun, dun. Root grenade better. Yeah, I'll take a root grenade better. Mimic? No mimic. That's 2 levels of upgrade on the root grenade. I think that's worth it. Could also get spin to win to fight the boss, but that's a little bit cheesy. And probably unnecessary. We could try to take a wolf trap and root the eyeball. Still don't know exactly how to do that though, so let's just not worry about it. Giant Whistle's fun. 136,000 damage is pretty good. But let's keep the cat. I want to throw it at the eye. Because I know we can. Medusa is fun with networking. You know, I'll be honest, I didn't think about that. I didn't think that it would work with networking. That does make it better, in theory. Yeah, you could just roll it, it'll go back and forth through some enemies, hitting them, applying the networking, and then hitting them again, doing more damage. I said more job because I'm reading chat. Why did I do a good job, Mud? What did I do? What did I do? You gotta tell me. What's with the ironic praise? %80 damage bonus with 2 food. I thought I remember there being 3 food, but probably not. Well, we are done, so let's get out of here. Oh, keeping the cat. I just want to throw the cat at the boss. Want to be a crazy cat headless. And 4 bosses. It's funny because the clock boss would actually be exceptionally, well, I'm not gonna say exceptionally easy. It'll be easy, especially if we roll the iron staff. And with the iron staff, we can just parry the hits and then maybe try to get some combos going on. But like the giant fight is just easier. Like you just do it. You kill him super quickly and then you don't have to worry about him anymore. And you get more scroll fragments, and then you get a flawless, and you get more items as a result. How can I not do this? You know what synergizes very well with cat? The hand hook. Like, you put the cat on your back, and then you just start hooking enemies. I could see that. Since the cat on your back will strike, I believe, right? Oh my god, 500,000 DPS with the iron staff. Dude, can this parry the punch from the giant? If it can parry the punch, oh god. Oh, the cat crits on your back. I didn't know that. That's cool. Dude, if we parry the punch, climb up the fists, smack the eye. Dude, you got a stew going. Okay, that was a little easy. I like messed up my combo too. I used the wrong things at the wrong time and it didn't matter. I love fighting the giant. He's a pushover. That don't look like 15% of the boss HP. I don't know if we were at the damage cap. Probably not. We were just doing a lot of damage. Legendary ice grenade? Enemies will bleed, thaw slower, and thaw will spread. And thaw more slowly. God the Giant is a joke, he so needs a buff. Well, I guess you could just play the giant in the enhanced version in Boss Rush. That giant's not a joke. That giant is not a joke. Yeah, the bleed is nice. A chatty lurker. It's a bit of an oxymoron, but Kaka, thank you very much for the subscription. Here's why I'm not, well, I guess I don't really have things that synergize with the root too much, do I? It's just the boomerang, so we can get rid of the root and take a ice grenade. Lowers the damage that we take, has bleeding, so we can have a bleed synergy on top of it. Yeah, okay, I mean, sure. And because it's the legendary version, enemies will not necessarily thaw on the first attack, so they can maybe get hit a couple of times by something. I mean, we're close to having a full suite of essentially legendary equipment anyways. Ding, 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 ding. What is this Brawl Star skin? I believe this is Guacamelee? I think it's Guacamelee. Dude, the money shooter does 200,000 DPS. We don't need to re-roll it now, so let's keep it, because it's one-shotting everything. And how can I not go and fight the Hand of the King with this build? Because then we can also fight the boss after. Nice survival build. The one thing I worry about is getting the parry correct on the Hand of the King fight, but as long as I get that parry correct, we can output a ton of damage. So let's go to the High Peak Castle. You got plus 50% damage on full HP. I guess, yeah, we could eat food. But I guess I would drink a potion, and then we can get to full HP. And oh god, I went from Santa to Snowman. What the heck? How's this for an outfit? Well, let's see what we have. Can anything beat 500,000 DPS? There's Alucard's sword. Scythe Claw. Hey, regular Iron Staff. We could, well, it's not legendary. We can't roll two of them. My Friend, the Explosive Crossbow. And then Heavy Crossbow. Don't let the 250,000 DPS on that fool you. It does way less damage than that. Well, now I'm gonna need a heal at some point. Just rolled into a single trap. Got him. Oh no! Okay. Whew. There we go. I think the Scythe Claw's close. Scythe Claw! It's good. Not particularly interested in it though. I've never had like a good Scythe Claw run. Whenever I take it, I always end up regretting it because it's hard to use. It's like half the time I don't even care that I'm not getting the money refund. I'm just like, well, whatever. Just throw it. Throw it and murder. Thank you. Fatty. I do have a big bottom here. Hopefully someone's looking out for a floor rune, because I'm not. We could get a better cat, I guess. We should be using the ice grenade more, because I am not utilizing it as much as I should. There is a better cat. Mimic? No mimic. But going from level 8 to 11 with a double damage cat is very tempting. So, we're going to take the double damage cat for the time being. I'm going to not die against the floor. We're gonna get to the Hand of the King and use the double damage cat on him. And then probably re-roll it for the observation. It's not observation, that's a video game. The observatory, the observatorium, we can call it. Dun-dun-dun-dun. You made a profit of 30K since you got the money thrower. Well, we've been picking up, we still pick up money from enemies, and then enemies can still drop gems, so we're still gaining money. It's possible that we have net lost cash using this, but it is still pretty net neutral because it's the legendary version. Well, that hurt. Who could have possibly seen that coming? Let's heal up. We don't have to be at full HP. Just heal up though. Don't die. Run's good. Don't let getting hit once. Oh, ruin it. He almost ruined me. He actually didn't do that much damage. He just pushes you around. I also hate that guy. I'm not gonna die. Good plan, good innovation. Wonderful. I need to be hitting those guys from the back, because then they take a second before they actually engage. I do like that the cat does 100,000 damage in a single hit, which is pretty good, and then it's gonna keep smacking while it's on the ground. Boomerang's starting to show its age. It's still exceptional. It's just not killing enemies in a single hit. Sometimes. And even then, you know, it is still killing enemies in a single hit sometimes. Thank you, kitty. Astrolab, yeah, that's the name of it. You know what I'm talking about. Wait a minute. We got no money! You probably would get money from the zombies, but not the birds. I hope they fix the boomerang. I hope they fix the bug with it. Because then it would be even better. Normally I don't use boomerang unless I'm on tactics or it's legendary, but I would use it even more. Well, really on tactics or legendary, if it just wasn't so trash. Come on, thank you. 34 green. It's pretty decent. I like the cat joining me for this adventure. I gotcha. Go up. Ow. I don't have any extra jumps. This is gonna suck. Made it. Made it. Made it. Okay. We're out. I'm gonna probably reroll the cat after the boss fight. I just want it for the boss fight because I want to one-shot the boss. Well, I'm not gonna one-shot him. I just want to do a lot of damage. Are you a snowman who leaves a trail of flames in his wake? I find that ironic, says Quark. When I use the money shooter, yeah. Hands. Dun, 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 dun. Of course, the problem is that if I do get hit by the boss, I will probably be immediately in disengagement, but, you know, I gotta give him a chance. Can you smash the ground? Probably. He's so cool. What? Still have a castle key. Which one did I not do? I didn't do the green room, so it's this one. All right, one left. I mean, if I know you're over there. Over his head? Rude. All right, we are out of here. 4 bonus scrolls. I'm excited. I'm happy. Feel like we kind of needed those bonus scrolls because we are 5 and 5 in the other stats. So there is some cherries and a piece of kebab. And then we're out. Let's do it. It's worth, I think it's worth more recycling than healing, because that's permanent damage for the boss fight as opposed to temporary damage for the boss fight, and it's more by recycling 2 than healing once, even with 50% bonus on 1 weapon. Now it's a bonus on all weapons. I think that makes sense. I mean, currently the bonus is 43% per food. So we're at 86. Although I should have gotten the scroll first, because now we're at 44. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Iron Staff does 713,000 DPS. Money Shooter does 300,000 DPS on crits. That's pretty good. We have no damage synergies. I could reroll the Money Shooter. Shots pierce all enemies. Hey, imagine that. Damage up 20%. Ah, you see, now when we think about oil and then double damage burning oil, it's like, what can create oil? The boomerang could create oil. Our falling attack can create fire, so we can create oil. That's very interesting. Now if I can find the fire grenade, I might just grab it and then just spam Money Shooter on the boss. Well, not this boss, the next boss. Pretty good. Pretty good. I didn't even parry him with the staff, I just smacked him. Alright. Just hold on to this iron staff for a little while longer. Dun, 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 dun. We don't need it. Oiled sword? It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Everything else already puts oil on everything. I am tempted to see if I can get burning on the boomerang. I actually don't know if you can get burning on a boomerang. Oh, you know what we should do? Reroll the cat. I'm sorry to say it, cat, but you're just a little bit risky right now. Risque. I'm gonna be looking on this floor for something that creates fire. And then we're gonna try to go for like a super fire synergy with the 100% damage on burning oil, which we can almost certainly enable. Dude, it does 250,000 damage in a single hit, that money shooter. Like, it's not DPS, single hit damage. That was a wasted shot. I don't know why sometimes on enemy death, the boomerang stops. I understand it in theory of like enemies that go under the ground. I've seen that happen many times. But as to what's causing it on the enemy death, I'm not entirely certain. Like, are they leaving a corpse or something? It's happening on certain enemies. It's happening on the flying ones, so maybe their flying animation is somehow breaking it. It's a little unfortunate, but that's okay. Can't be perfect. We also have 20,000 DPS. Thank you, kitty. That's a good amount of damage. Excuse me. I like that elites don't have a damage cap at least. Bosses, yeah, sure, I can understand that. Elites, thank you, game, for letting me just one-shot all of them. Oh, hold on. Like that guy, his jumping dash through me blocks the boomerang, and then it kind of just bounces back harmlessly without penetrating him and hitting enemies behind him. It's very weird. Normally I don't notice it on jumping enemies, but I guess I don't normally roll a boomerang here. Bum. All right, we've got both keys. Normally I don't have them at the same time before I go to the climb. Tower climb, that is. That's a bit of a weird place for a laser beam. Thank you, kitty. Didn't know that the cat was gonna be so good here too, because if I'm in a panic at something going over my head like that, I can just throw the cat and then move, and then the cat will probably deal with it. Thank you. Thank you. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I do like the boomerang here, though. It is still killing those guys in one hit, which is all I need. Thank you. That was a bit of a whiff, but it worked. Come here. Whoops, yeah, we do not want to have that one. I mean, we're done. There's so many things left to kill, though. And I still need to find some, like, consistent way of applying fire. And then we can go heal as well. Let's finish off the floor. Trying to think what would be like a consistent fire generator, other than the fire grenade, which I've already rolled past because I chose survival in the skill shop. Guess I could try to roll the boomerangs into fire, which would be the easiest way of doing it. I don't know if boomerangs can get fire though. I assume they can, but that's just an assumption. And you know what they say when you assume. Money. I mean, hey, 250 gold, that's, 1.66 repeating of course shots with the weapon. So we're done, we got 2 pieces of food. Yeah, makes something out of you and me. Doesn't boomerang apply fire? Didn't you have that? No, we never had boomerang applied fire, unfortunately. We can get boomerang. I had money shooter applied fire, and then I re-rolled it to try to get more raw damage. And now we have double damage on burning oil. So if we can find burning oil, then we've got that damage. Nothing here is fire. Nothing there is fire. There's rooting though. Well, you know what? Wolf Trap can be created in such a way that it spawns fire. So we could roll that, and then the cat will constantly apply oil. We don't need the ice grenade. We can probably dump that for a wolf trap. Roll that into fire on destruction. That'll do it. Covers the ground with oil that burns around you. Vampirism, probably not what we're looking for. And everything else is whatever. Okay, so I think we did get what we wanted, in a sense. We got close enough, I think. Okay, just use the elevator. Dun, 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 dun. This is a good run. This is a fun run. Good and fun. I do like the 300,000 DPS giant killer, but the Iron Staff does 820,000 DPS. I kind of want to equip it and just see how much of the fight we can do with the Iron Staff money shooter, and then if we need it, we can just switch back to the boomerang if we're worried about dying. Covers the ground with oil that burns when destroyed. Wolf trap, that's what we want. Toxic cloud as well. So we have double damage on the money shooter in theory, double damage on the boomerang already. Double damage on the cat, spreads oil. Spreads oil on money shooter. Yeah, we're good. Let's do it. Swap out some mutations. We'll take disengagement. We'll take soldier's resistance, why not? But I don't think we need the attacking in the backpack item because I'm just gonna use an iron staff until we get hit, I think. So what I'll do is soldier's resistance and then I don't know. We have a cat and we have a trap. I mean, point blank. That should do a ton of damage in theory. I kind of like point blank. Maybe point blank. I mean, I've got the money shooter. Let's do it. Oh, baby. Quad damage on the weapon I said I wasn't going to take, but you can't tell me that it's not going to be fun. Hello, sir. The game already took my cells. I just noticed that as soon as the conversation starts, the cells start to drop. Makes me wonder if there's a way you can glitch the fight and then keep your cells. He's dead? I just killed him. You see that? I'll drink too. Okay. Next. Oh my god. Just one-shot him. All right, I did get hit once, twice. Nearly died due to the big ball. Luckily, the game does have one-shot protection. That was a lot of fun, though. We killed him. We did enough damage to bring him down to 0 HP, but he doesn't die until he goes through all 4 phases. I've never seen that happen before. That was a lot of fun. Get good. I think I got good. Well, I got carried on that run. We had such absurd equipment. Beautiful, beautiful run, beautiful warm-up. I am on fire? Is that normal? You see the flames coming out of my head? I mean, I know I'm bleeding, but that was just because, you know, I did get hit a lot. Yeah, 820,000 DPS, the gastronomy buff, the cat doing double damage, the money shooter had double damage on it when we had the burn out there. We also had the wolf trap increasing the damage that we were doing. He tested the kill without the panacea. We got him, he just didn't die. The dude's immortal. He shouldn't have drank the flask, he would have been fine. Cool run though, fun run. I gotta say, I'm kind of enjoying the quad damage runs lately. But you do just get one shot to death on these late game boss fights. And we had 30,000 HP, and we went from 93% to 1, so. To me, it's a little extreme, but it is also, we had quad damage, and we also are playing on BC5. You know, BC5 is not joking around. It's saying, hey, don't get hit, forehead, or you're gonna get dead. I do need to, at some point, practice the boss fights and actually try to flawless some more of them, though, but that's gonna happen in the future. At some point, in the, maybe when I just want to complete Dead Cells 100% again, because I've completed this game 100% 3 times and keep releasing DLCs, god damn it. For now though, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch or when I go live. Support this channel at any of the links below in the video description. And I hope to see you here again for the next run of Dead Cells.